Hi and welcome to another Pick a Card general reading. Today we're asking Spirit what is going to happen 3 months from now. We're going to be getting any information about any significant changes or what we should be aware of in the up and coming 3 months, as well as what your life might look like 3 months from now as well. So as usual, I have 3 groups here. I've pre-shuffled all the oracle cards to hopefully save us some time, as these groups tend to get, or these readings tend to get very lengthy. So group 1 today, as well as the oracle cards, which every group has the same decks, different amount of cards depending on what fell out, but group 1, your crystal today is going to be the pyrite crystal to sort of help you figure out what's going on here. Figure out whether that's your group or not. I'm sorry about this focus. It's not really letting, it doesn't really want to see the pyrite. I'm trying to adjust the dark and light by manually, but anyway, that is a pyrite crystal, I promise. Group 2, you have the yellow calcite crystal / rock. Again, apologies, it's not 100% in focus. I'm hoping that once we get into our readings, it'll be much better. Group 3, you have the opalite / moonstone crystal. So I'm going to pop those down. Feel free to pause the video now if you need more time to figure out which of these 3 groups you're feeling most called to. When you know which group is yours, check the description box below for your timestamps and join me in your reading. Group 1, and welcome. If you chose this pyrite crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Now, these are all your oracle cards. I'm going to leave them to the side for now. I will take your destiny cards, but I want to start with tarot. So we'll pop those over to the corner and we'll get tarot for you. So group 1, please, Spirit. What is going to happen 3 months from now? What significant changes can they expect in the coming 3 months? What significant changes can they expect in the coming 3 months? That's interesting. A little cluster of cards. All right. Just want to make sure the camera's focused too. What can they expect in the coming 3 months? Group 1, what can they expect in the coming 3 months? Holy heck. Alright, so I just want to let you know that there is going to be significant emotional changes for you, group 1. Based on what I'm seeing here, it's almost welcoming. It is. It's going to be difficult in the sense that they are challenges, but the good thing about tarot is that it doesn't tell us anything we don't already know. You have been expecting change for some time. Your bottom deck energy is the 8 of Cups. Group 1, this talks about walking away from things that no longer serve you. And this is you deciding that your happiness lies elsewhere. This is you anticipating that there are better things out there for you. And it feels like an emotional matter, if I'm honest. Now we start this reading with the Tower. The Tower talks about destroying illusions, wrecking and bringing, well, for lack of a better word, crumbling things that aren't necessary for us. It's about destroying the things that we have built because they don't serve us. And this can at times instigate sudden, unexpected change. However, there's something comforting about this change, as though you have been anticipating it. It is going to be the rebirth that you need. And I am an optimist, naturally, but I am also a practical realist with my sun sign being in Capricorn. So there is a necessity here. I'm feeling a necessity here for you, group 1. It is going to be emotional. The Death card is a water card. It's linked to Scorpio. It is going to be emotional. However, there is a bit of, it's a bittersweet feeling, because as sad as it is to let this situation go, there is a welcomed awareness that this is going to mean that you have room for something new. And with all the color on this card, I can't help but feel this happiness looming in. The sadness is not going to last for very long. Now, I say that, however, I really feel as though you are going to feel tempted to extend yourself towards others. You're going to try. It's almost like a flip. On one hand, you're outgoing and you're trying to be more outgoing. You're trying to put yourself out there. For some of you, it feels like this could be a breakup. I'm not going to lie. But for many of you, you're trying to put yourself out there with this Page of Cups. However, it's being clarified by the Four of Swords. So you don't want to get into any serious situations with this Page of Cups. You're just trying to have your happiness. You're just trying to have your peace. You're trying to balance. But you really do need to focus on resting and recovering as well. Now, I do want to just emphasize that this Tower should not be deemed as scary and foreshadowing to worse things. The Tower comes when it absolutely must come, because the things in our life are no longer serving us, and you will appreciate that with hindsight. In the moment, it is going to be tricky to navigate. We're not naturally comfortable with change, and if you are an earth sign or someone who's more fixed in terms of the signs that you have in your chart, it may be uncomfortable, it may be a little bit tricky, but there is a welcome feeling to this, as though you know that there is something better out there for you, Group 1. Now, we move over here to our Four of Cups. So in the next 3 months, you are going to have a change. Something needs to be taken from you in order for you to be open to receive. You become experimental here with the Page of Cups. However, you quickly realize that you've kind of put yourself out there too soon. And you connect with people who make you feel happy, but you realize that you can't give people your heart because it's still healing with that Four of Swords. Then we come over to our Four of Cups. Our Four of Cups is kind of talking about boredom here, if I'm honest. You're dreaming about a more colorful lifestyle than you have. And now it's like you have no strings attached, and yet all the offers that are coming in are just boring. All the offers coming in don't satisfy your creative, passionate urges. Your heart longs for more with this card. You're feeling bored in your situation. But there's a little bit of... it's a twisted sadness with this card, because while you're bored, you're also appreciative of the fact that your situation could be much worse. So there's boredom, but there's also content there, because you're happy that you know that it could be a lot worse. So you're happy with what you do have, but you're also not feeling tempted by the offers you're receiving. This card is being clarified by our Five of Wands, and if you look at how these wands, this imagery is depicted on this card, you kind of see that all of these people are fighting for the attention of this spark. Now, if I put these in the way that I was seeing it, all these people are fighting for the attention of this spark, and this spark is not having any of it. The spark doesn't see that. The spark is like, you know what, I'm out. There's too much drama, there's too much hassle, that's too much, too many opinions, there's too many people, none of them are really measuring up. You're kind of giving up before you've begun. In this layout, which makes me think that a lot of you will be dating, but for others of you, it's going to be your personal environment. You're having to separate yourself from other social connections, because you just need to heal from this Tower situation and this rebirth situation. Now, I can't lie, there's something about this challenge that it almost feels as though it's an inner turmoil at times, as though it's your opinion. You're kind of stuck, but you're not stuck. You're just feeling stuck, and you want more, but you don't know how to get more. And that's what this card is talking about as well. There's the inner conflict going on here with this Five of Wands as well. There's this inner conflict of you want more, but you don't want to risk losing what you do have. And you know you're bored, but it could be a lot worse. But you also feel as though there's more out there for you. So you kind of get this feeling of being stuck, like, oh, and it's in that period you become incredibly nostalgic as well, Group 1. You'll find yourself looking back at the other things that you had once had before. Now, just know that this is only temporary. This moment of stillness is not meant to instigate feelings of regret. It was meant to offer you more time to heal what you have been through. Not so that you could look back and think, geez, I wish I didn't do that, or you can't change the past, group 1. So do use this time of boredom to really process those heavy feelings. And it's really important that you try your best to stay present, because if you aren't staying present, you are going to miss the lucky cup that does come in. The lucky cup that has all of that creativity, all of that passion that you desire. It's like you kind of have this inner conflict of, do I accept that cup? Is it real? Is it going to be as good as what I had before? Is it going to be better? Maybe I should just go back to what I had before. But you know you can't, because the tower has completely destroyed what you had before. It wasn't for you. It wasn't meant for you. And I think that when you do hit this period in the coming 3 months, it's really important that you remember this phrase: what is meant for you will find you. And it's very clear with these two very powerful cards, the Tower and Death. It's very clear that whatever was happening here was not meant for you. And it's important that you allow yourself the time to heal and process that in your own way. Now, our last column here, we have the Five of Cups, group 1. Now, the Five of Cups, really what I'm feeling with this card is focus on what you have and allow yourself time to release what you no longer have. And that is why we it's like you jump in too quickly here with this Page of Cups, if I'm honest. You jump in and you think you're ready, but you're not. And then you start to feel as though there's this feeling of regret and missed opportunity. Did I jump out too soon? And then it leads to this feeling of regret with the Five of Cups. And once you hit that moment, it's really important that you try to shift your focus. Remember that everything happens for a reason. What is meant for you will find you. And this Five of Cups card is really emphasizing the need to focus on what you have. Accept what you have lost and focus on what you have. Flip the switch there, because that card, as painful as that situation may feel, when it hits you, it can be like a wave of emotion, and it's going to vary for each and every one of you. Some of you are going to cope with it very well. Others of you, it's going to be a bit too easy to slip into a funk. So really focus on what you have. Remember that everything does happen for a reason. You still have 2 cups left, because this card is being clarified by our Six of Wands. This is talking about a victory. You will be successful here, group 1. By the end of this 3 months, you'll be feeling a little more balanced. There'll be a little more appreciation. For this card to be clarifying the Five of Cups, you're still going to be working on it. It's not going to be an immediate victory. You're not going to feel immediately cured from your funk, but you are going to start to feel the benefits of your actions here, the benefits of the change that happened here. You're going to start to feel more confident. You're going to start to feel more recognized for your strengths. You're going to start to feel as though you're advancing. There's going to be an appreciation that whatever happened at the beginning of this 3-month journey had to happen in order for you to be in a better position. And you're going to start to see the vision that the universe has for you and why these things had to happen. There is going to be appreciation there, group 1. Now I want to get into your oracle cards. So we're going to start with the destiny cards. You only got 2, so we got flexibility and patience. And I'm really feeling as though this is aimed at the way that you perceive yourself, group 1. Be flexible with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Allow yourself the time and the space to heal. That flexibility, it could be a testament to how the offers that are coming in as well. It could be talking about these people who are wanting to reach out to you, fighting for your attention almost. I feel that you do need to be patient with yourself and understanding with yourself. This flexibility is reminding you that this change had to happen for a reason, and that what you are going through is intended to build you up, to make you stronger. But it's fine to just sort of sit on that for now, to sit on those heavier feelings and to let those feelings be processed naturally. Now, your Moonology card, we have Believe in the Impossible, Blue Moon, which is quite beautiful. So don't give up, okay? While you might feel quite heavy in the coming 3 months after this change, don't give up on your happiness. What is meant for you will find you. Now we have 2 of these oracle cards in the, I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's The Universe Has Your Back. So the first one, group 1, it says, I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So that's quite beautiful. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. So it's really just asking you not to give up on love, not to give up on your happiness, not to give up on your vision, to understand that as heavy as these feelings are, as heavy as these emotions are, all of this happens for a reason, group 1. Believe in the impossible. I might just hold that there if you want to read it for yourself as well. Feel free to pause the video now. It's quite beautiful. I love that most of these cards in this deck are handwritten as well. It just feels a little bit more personal. Okay, this is very appropriate. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. And you notice how the lighting here is very dark. It's quite heavy. There's a lot of blues, there's a lot of purples. There's a lot of need to trust your intuition because your logic is telling you one thing while your intuition is guiding you towards another. So there's a strong need to really just balance yourself, to calm yourself, surrender yourself to what you cannot control. Because the more you try to fight it, the more you try to create scenarios in your head and try to control this situation, the more you are just going to exhaust yourself and burden yourself with a responsibility that isn't yours. When I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. Allow yourself the patience, the flexibility to really go through this. And that flexibility is telling me that perhaps your schedule, your commitments at the moment need to be reshuffled so that you are prioritizing your healing right now. We have the Work Your Light Tarot. A card for you is Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Absolutely. Look at this card, the 4 of Swords. It's like this person's in a nest and the heart is still attached to them, but they've had to remove it for the moment. Safe and yet removed. You know, there's this feeling of you don't need to turn your heart off, but certainly give yourself the space to heal in a way that you feel safe, you feel comfortable, and you don't feel pressured to exert yourself beyond your capabilities. It feels as though people might have the tendency to ask you to do things that you in the past may have been so quick to say yes to. However, in this period, you really just need to be focusing on yourself, group 1. Now you have a gem card as well. You got sodalite. So the number on this card is 22. This is linked with your heart chakra. I don't know, sadly, I don't know what that symbol is. If anybody does know, I have a feeling that it's linked to one of the planets, but I don't know that for sure. So your heart chakra is something that really stands out in your reading, group 1. Your heart space will be heavily influenced in the upcoming 3 months. There's something tied with your emotions. You will be walking away from something that doesn't serve you anymore. And as I say that, I'm seeing the King of Swords here, watching you go. And it's really important that in this moment, you don't harbor bitterness, you don't harbor spite. It's really important that you remember that you are walking away for your own happiness, for your own fulfillment. It has nothing to do with this King of Swords, but it has everything to do with your heart. It's time to free your heart, to allow yourself the time and space to feel this fulfillment, because there is something intended for you out there with this 10 of Cups. Your true happiness lies ahead. This is why we have the 8 of Cups, because you leave this situation knowing that you will never get your 10 of Cups there. It's time to find your 10 of Cups. Oh, it's going to make you incredibly happy. Look at this. The card underneath the 10 of Cups was the Hierophant. Look how joyous this person is. How happy they are. And underneath that card is the King of Cups. Wow, for many of you, this will lead to a lot of success. If this is a relationship, it could lead to pregnancy. But it's really important that you understand that this is happening for you, not to you. This is happening as it is intended to happen. And it was meant to make you, to help align you with your path and to help you feel that happiness that you deserve. Now, I do want to get the gem book for this sodalite, because there is a beautiful message there that I usually love reading when I work with this deck, and I haven't yet memorized them by heart either. So I need the English version. We have 22. Sodalite, please. Where are we? All right, so the element for this is actually Earth. It's linked with Capricorn. That's my own star sign. I didn't even recognize the star sign. So the chakra is Muladhara, which I'm terrible with pronunciation. It's also referred to as the heart chakra in English. It's, yeah, maybe not the best translation, but it's linked to this space here. This beautiful space here. So the message is, following a period of growth and transformation, we find ourselves at a crucial moment where our life is finally as we had imagined it. We live indulging our true nature in an idealistic way and according to our conscience. Each moment is intense and we are profoundly anchored to our present. Daily life, therefore, takes on a much broader dimension. So it really is, by the end of this 3 months, about focusing on what you do have, accepting that what had to leave you in order to make room for what you deserve. And you can do that by really focusing on your present, trying to stay present, really instigating moments of joy and happiness in your here and now, not putting a pause button on your happiness, understanding that if you want it, it will find you. If it is meant for you, it will find you. And sometimes what we want doesn't match what we need, which is why this tower moment had to come. The thing that you were wanting was not what you need. And it's time to get rid of those illusions. By the end of this 3 months, you're going to have more appreciation for this. You're going to feel as though your life is on track and you're actually going somewhere that you are intended to be going. So group 1, I hope that was informative. Do check in 3 months' time and maybe listen to it again, see how it resonates then. As always, you're the expert in your life, so take what resonates, don't let the rest take from you, and I hope to see you in another video, Group 1. Bye! Hi, Group 2, and welcome. If you chose this yellow calcite, I want to say rock / crystal / mineral, don't know, then this is going to be your reading. So today, Group 2, we're asking Spirit, 3 months from now, what does life have in store for you? We're going to be getting predictions for the up and coming 3 months, and then the oracle cards here will be helping us with advice on how to cope with the situations. I'm hoping to be pulling major events, anything significant for your journey. So we'll see what comes through. For the moment, I'm just going to tuck those over there out of the way, and we'll get into the tarot for you, Group 2. So Group 2, please, Spirit, what is coming in the next 3 months? What do they need to know? It's coming. You have the Ace of Swords, clarity, truth, ooh, conviction. Okay, Group 2, Spirit, what is coming in the upcoming 3 months? We have the 10 of Cups. Ooh, that's quite lovely. Very beautiful cards. These are quickly becoming my favorite tarot cards at the moment. Now we also have You're Joking. Oh, this is a bit precious. Why does this look so beautiful? I love how some of the males in this deck look like The Witcher. Especially this one with his wolf. So you've got the King of Pentacles and the Hermit, but I'm actually really just feeling incredibly elated. Elated is the word, at the way that this King of Pentacles is admiring this Hermit. Like, just respecting their boundaries, respecting their space, respecting their need to go within to seek the truth. It's just like, oh, there's an appreciation there. There's a desire to foster that, to allow that to happen, because that's part of that person and their process. All right, I'm going to get your clarifying row now, and we'll see what else comes out for you. Okay, I might put these together. All right, maybe not. These are supposed to be separate. So we got the 6 of Cups and the 5 of Cups here. The 6 of Cups is going beneath the Ace of Swords, and I'm popping your 5 beneath the 10, which actually... yeah, wow, that's very appropriate, I think, for you as well, Group 2. Can I get 2 more cards? What is coming in the next 3 months? Oh, that's very beautiful. Okay. Oh, that's actually a very beautiful message. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups here with the Seven of Wands. So I'm kind of getting at what's going on here for you. Your whole message, should I say? I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. Your whole message is about boundaries. It's about establishing healthy boundaries, because what is coming for you is a lot of happiness, but it's almost coming, I want to say really fast, in a way that most of you may not be feeling ready for it. A lot of you may be feeling confronted and afraid and worried. It's like it comes and then there's this fear that it's all going to be taken away from you. So it is really important that in the up and coming 3 months, you give yourself the space, you give yourself healthy boundaries, so that you have the time and space to understand what fear is real and what fear is just a manifestation of your pain from the past. So it's about giving yourself time to heal those fears as they arrive, and really go within to find the truth, to really understand that, oh, this is actually meant for me. This isn't too good to be true. I am going to overcome this fear. This fear isn't necessary for me. It's not serving me. And you will overcome your fear with the Seven of Wands. It seems as though meditation would be extremely useful for you, group 2. I'm seeing this lady with her eyes closed. This person everyone here has their eyes closed, except for this King of Pentacles, who is just adoring. They're like so ready to give you this pentacles. Now, for some of you, it's a relationship, but for all of you, it's just an offer. It's an offer from the universe. The universe is admiring you for the strong person that you are. They're wanting to give you this pentacles as a way of helping you understand how far you've come. And you almost doubt it. You're like, there's no way I could be this happy. There's no way I could be this prosperous. Surely. Some of you, this is a job opportunity. And it comes and you instantly feel like you want to cry because it seems too good to be true. And some of you might literally be like this. You'll put your hands up and you'll go, is this real? Is this real? You'll need to take 5 minutes to just process the events, because it feels too good to be true. Now, your bottom deck energy is the Page of Wands. So you might be starting a creative project. There's this feeling as though you are going to be expressing yourself. You're going to have the opportunity to pages for me, you can sometimes talk about like apprenticeships or trades, or just taking on some sort of study, but it feels as though you're experimenting with this Page of Wands. The wands are very creative suits. They're very expressionate suits. There's this feeling as though you are going to be able to express yourself creatively, and the situations that you're encountering in the next 3 months are going to help you release some of your creative attitude, help you find creative ways to release those negative fears. And sometimes fear is real, you know, our intuition is telling us to be afraid for a reason. But I do want to say that in this situation, it is important that you give yourself a quiet place to examine those fears and identify what is real and what isn't. Now, if we start over here with the Ace of Swords, we start with this moment of truth, this clarity, this offer, this opportunity here. There is something new coming towards you. It could be in the form of a message, it could be a phone call, it could be something that you've become aware of through somebody else, and all of a sudden it gets your mind ticking. You start thinking of how you can foster this opportunity to make it more. How can you make this opportunity yours? And there's a weird feeling of familiarity around this. It's like this truth is setting you free. This truth is something that you've wanted to do since you were a child. This truth is something that feels as though it is meant for you, as though this path is meant for you. And you almost get wrapped up in the potential of this. Your mind starts to think about when you first thought this was possible versus the future now. So how can I make this possible? What does the future look like for me now? How can I foster this truth, this clarity, to make it something more? And you actually start to really, I understand, I want to say, I was going to say identify, but understand how this is meant for you and how you can become very happy with this new truth, with this awareness. But it's almost like you have this uncanny ability, group 2. And I only say this because I do that too. You have this uncanny ability to take something so good and so pure and intentionally gifted to you to help you be happy, and you turn it into something that can be taken away just as quickly as it was given. There's this fear as though this isn't going to last. There's this fear as though it is going to be taken away before it's even given. And you start to have a little bit of doubt. This situation triggers moments in your past where you have lost, where you weren't successful, where you were rejected, where that situation didn't unfold as you expected it to, and where you were really taken advantage of in terms of your emotions. And you start to think, goodness, what if that happens again? What if that happens again? And this fear makes the universe go, nah, I'm not having it. You shouldn't be doing this to us. Like, and the universe isn't talking about themselves, they're talking about you and them. We have come too far for this to be destroyed with doubt and fear. So the universe gives you this, whether it's a person as the King of Pentacles or an opportunity. It is going to offer a lot of abundance. It has the potential to bring wealth into your life as well. It has the potential to make you feel physically happy. It's the kind of thing that almost feels holistic to me, which makes me think that it could be someone who is on your wavelength, who sees your vision, who appreciates you for the person you are, because you kind of have this independent thing going for you, group 2. You kind of have this feeling as though you've worked so hard to be the person that you are, that the last thing you want is to have to rely on somebody else again, or to have somebody else rely on you in an unfair situation, which is why this could be an independent, very loyal, very committed, very hardworking person coming towards you with an offer. If that isn't the case, it is an offer from the universe that has the potential to foster your hard work, to help you. It's like a gift to help you. It's a reward for now, as well as it has the potential to become so much more with this King of Pentacles. It has the potential to be fostered into an even more prosperous opportunity. Your mind, with this Ace of Swords, it's really important when you look at this card, instead of perceiving it as you going downward in a downward spiral, perceive this light as the opportunity. You can only go up from here. You're climbing up those stairs. You're turning this opportunity into a promise to yourself that you will be successful. And it's really important that you continue moving up that staircase, that you don't allow yourself to sink lower into those previous losses, because your heart space has the tendency to assume the worst here. Your mind tries to stay optimistic, but your heart feels that pain and it pulls you back into those dark places. So underneath our King of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Cups. There is a lot of emotion here. I'm sorry, my mouth is getting like overly salivated. Like I'm just trying to talk way too fast. So this King of Pentacles, this situation, whether it's a person, whether it's an offer from the universe, regardless, it's going to make you very happy. But you immediately put your hands up and you want to say thank you, but you're also saying, why? Like, is this too good to be true? Please don't take it away from me. I understand that this person is here today, but are they going to be here tomorrow? And the universe is kind of telling you, like, you don't need to worry about tomorrow. The main thing that you should be focusing on is the here and now. Appreciate this moment for what it is. Take this moment for what it is. And it's like if you were to explain your fears to this person, they would kind of smile and appreciate that that's a part of you and your process. But it's almost funny to them because it's like, no, I'm not going anywhere. Like, you're the person, you're the thing that I want, you're the person I'm here for. And whether that is another person with this card or an opportunity, they're saying to you, you're the person I was assigned to, you're the person I'm here for. Now I just want to say that I started this reading saying that it's all about boundaries, and I do maintain that, because there is a bit of a cheekiness here with that King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles person is incredibly, they can be detached from their heart space. So the fact that we have our Queen of Cups here is asking you to really tune yourself with your heart space, and to appreciate that if this is a person coming in, that they don't always think with their heart. And so some of your concerns, it may take a little bit of time for them to appreciate that you do. But once they do understand your process, and the fact that, you know, you might have your down days, or you might have your moments when you doubt yourself, they're going to love you a lot more for it. Now we come over here to the Hermit, and this is the main card that made me think about boundaries, because the Hermit card here, it's this person like levitating above a staircase. It's like a stony mountainous staircase, and it looks to be like a body of water with waves crashing on one side. They're looking out at the calm side of the water. It's like they are aware that there are waves crashing down below, but they're focusing ahead on the calm side of the water. So it's about focusing on the truth here. You can be aware that there is turmoil out in the world. You can be aware that there are negative possibilities here, but focus on the truth of this situation. Right now, you are safe, you are loved, you are protected, and you shouldn't let the fear of failure stop you from trying in the first place. With that card, it's about giving yourself the space and time to seek that truth from within, because you know yourself better than anyone. And you know that you have the tendency to slip into these moments where you feel doubt, where you feel fear, where there is pain. And you do heal yourself. You're always healing yourself. So as tantalizing as this offer is, it is meant for you. It is meant to find you. And if you just need to distance yourself temporarily in order to fully appreciate the potential of this, then do that. Don't feel pressured into conforming to another person's schedule, is what I'm feeling. Now, beneath the Hermit, we have the Seven of Wands. Oh, there we go. The Seven of Wands talks about overcoming obstacles, challenges, adversity. It's one person fighting 7 wands, and in this situation, I'm interpreting it as you overcoming your fear. You're fighting your own fear, you're fighting your own anxiety, you're allowing yourself to be strong enough to overcome this, because you know you're strong enough, and you know that you are destined for this opportunity. You know you deserve to be happy, and you know that you deserve to live without this fear nagging at you and telling you that you're going to fail. So it is really important that you embrace this opportunity and allow yourself the space and time to overcome this. And if it means that you need to put boundaries between yourself and your fears, or between yourself and your triggers, then do that. I hope that's making sense for you, Group 2. I'm going to get your Destiny card now. You only got one, which was the least of all the groups. Your card is fun. Your card is fun, which is big Page of Wands energy. It's all about creating moments of passion, fun, creativity. That's what I meant to say. Creativity, joy, expression, communication, not feeling bothered by the systems and protocols of it all, but just simply allowing yourself to have fun, allowing yourself to express from the inner child. Now I'm going to leave that right there, because that's definitely important. And we're going over to your Moonology card now. We have, what do you need to release? Waning mood. This is telling me that, you know, in the next 3 months, you're going to have many Hermit modes, Hermit opportunities to really just give yourself the space and time to ask yourself these heavy-hitting questions. What do you need to release, Group 2? What do you need to release? Now, we also have, there is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. That's interesting, because I do feel like many of you might be trying to make amends or trying to attract a partner, and we start this reading with the truth. So that's a very interesting message. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. I'd be really interested to know how this resonates for you. If you are able to come back in 3 months and just comment down below, that would be wonderful. There is nothing sexier than my authentic truth. See, the King of Pentacles, don't be fooled. Yes, they are loyal. Yes, they are practical, but they have massive devil energy. They are a freak in the sheets. So this person loves that you are so firm in the way that you do things. They appreciate your processes. Once they understand you in the way that you operate, they're going to be very appreciative of that and who you are. Now we also have Work Your Light oracle cards. Your first card is Trust Your Path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Trust your path, 100%. This was meant for you, and it is going to find you in the way that it was meant to find you. So trust that what is coming to you is meant for you, group 2, and trust your path. Your other Work Your Light card was the Crumbling. What are you clinging onto? And I do feel that with the 5 of Cups, what is happening is almost too good to be true, but it is meant for you. So what are you clinging onto that isn't meant for you? What are you clinging onto that needs to be left in the past where it belongs? Sorry, getting tongue twisted again. And look at the colors here. We've got a lot of pinkies. We've got a lot of crown chakra colors, in my opinion. There's this feeling as though you know all of this. You just need to be reminded of it. And it might be helpful for you to revisit this reading in the next 3 months as these feelings keep coming up. Because you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be loved, you deserve to feel safe and protected, you deserve to feel peace, you deserve to feel joy. And maybe you just need to be reminded of that when you do experience these heavier feelings. Now your gem card, you got Bullseye, which has a lot of masculine sacral chakra energy. Bullseye. I know that this is a crystal and the number is 29, but it's really just making me think of what is meant for you will find you. Bullseye. This isn't too good to be true. It was meant for you. Now these cards come with little messages as well, so I want to read that out for you. I haven't memorized them all yet. 29, Bullseye. There's something incredibly beautiful about that. I don't know, it just feels like it's a good way to tie this reading up. So astrologically, the masculine energy comes from Mars, which is what this beautiful symbol is dictating. And obviously your number is 29 there. I don't think we had too many other numbers with the oracle cards. All right, so the chakra is your sacral chakra, Manipura. I don't know, I'm terrible with pronunciation. All right, so your message is, there are times in our life when we must face obstacles and situations that are definitely oppressing. Holding true to our principles and remaining faithful to ourselves is very difficult, above all when people around us tend to invade our space. This is a time when we must put all of our trust together with a critical spirit in order to not be overrun by the arrogance of others. And it almost feels like that King of Pentacles person has the tendency to push your buttons at times, because you two, one of you is much more compassionate and the other person is thinking very practically. So that's why I feel that the boundaries are essential here. But know that what is meant for you is going to find you here. It isn't too good to be true, but allow yourself the time and space to just find that truth from within, to determine what is not meant for you in your current situation, and what fears are real and what fears are not. So group 2, that is what I'm seeing for you. I think overall it's fairly positive. I think more than anything, this reading for you is about reminding you of what you are already doing and what is working. So as always, you're the expert in your life. Just take what resonates, don't let the rest take from you. And I hope to see you in another video, group 2. Bye! Group 3, and welcome. If you chose this opalite moonstone / opal crystal, then this is going to be your reading. Now, group 3, we're asking Spirit, what can you expect 3 months from now? We're asking for what will be happening in the interim as well as towards the end. Now, I'm going to pop your oracle cards over there for now. I just want to note that you guys got the most oracle cards out of everybody. So this is going to be a bit of a lengthy one compared to group 1 and 2. I'm starting with the tarot for you today. Listen, that's a bit early, surely. Is it? No, apparently not. All right. So 2 months, 2 months apparently, 3 months from now, your first 2 cards are the Ace of Cups and the King of Pentacles. This King of Pentacles was just in the last group, that's why I kind of doubted it, but let's put it out here. Let's see what we've got. What can group 3 expect in the next 3 months, Spirit? What can group 3 expect? We've got the Queen of Pentacles now. What? And look at the way that these two are looking at each other. That's so cute. All right. Oh, okay. So we got the Nine of Wands and the King of Cups at the end here. Interesting. Why are these two doing this? I'm feeling like this could be a third-party situation for some of you. These two are just like, the Queen's pretending that she's not interested and the King's just lapping up the whole situation. What is going on with you guys? What is going on? Can I clarify these energies, please? And then we have our King of Cups at the end here. Oh, it feels very mischievous. It feels very cheeky. There's a feeling of like, I don't know. I just can't stop smiling. All right, so what's going on here? Why do we have the Ace of Cups in this reading? It's got our Ten of Cups as well. Wow, the next 3 months is going to lead to a lot of emotional fulfillment. And it all starts with this Ace, with somebody extending their emotions to another person. It all starts with somebody reaching out and saying that they have romantic feelings. That's what I'm picking up on. Listen, I didn't mean for this to be a romance reading, but for you guys, that seems to be what the universe wants to focus on. Regardless, your emotions are going to be on the up and up and up and up in the next 3 months. There is going to be someone at the start of this period very soon who will extend emotions towards you. It may not be romantic, but it will lead to a lot of happiness. It will lead to a lot of fulfillment. It will lead to this feeling of home with that person, as though they are almost like family. Now, group 3, please, Spirit. Why is the King of Pentacles in this reading? Because we have the Knight of Wands. There might be an unexpected arrival of somebody in your life who's the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is earth energy. We have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn with that card. And the Knight of Wands is definitely playing into the way that they're feeling when they look at you. They see you in your power. They see you as a worthy opponent. I say opponent because they expect to have to fight for you, for your attention, because this queen has their eyes closed. Regardless of gender, you aren't really out there looking for a relationship. You're focusing on your coin. You're focusing on your prosperity. And then this King of Pentacles sees that and they're like, just give me one night. Just give me one night. That person will be mine. They are very confident. With the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles, they're incredibly confident. Now, I just want to... Okay, Knight of Swords. Okay, this is going beneath the Queen now. There's a lot of rushing here. There's a lot of feeling as though you need to make this happen now. Rushing towards this. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords clarifying both of these energies. Why do I get the feeling that some of you are rushing away from this person? Like with the imagery on this card, you're almost like, nope, I wasn't here for that. And then you just bolt. You just leave on your motorcycle with your crow. Like, get me out of here. That's not what I signed up for. And this person is like that. They're enjoying the chase. They're like so determined. They're saying it's fine. I can work with that. You've got a motorcycle. I can get a motorcycle. I'm the King of Pentacles. You're the Queen of Pentacles. It's crazy. You're here on your motorcycle and they're just like, I'll jump on my horse. Like how... it feels very playful. It feels like this feeling of being able to just connect in a way that maybe it's been a while since you've been able to do that. There's something unexpected and determined about this King of Pentacles. They kind of just pop in. We have the Sun card now under the King of Cups and the Nine of Wands. They kind of just pop in, but I feel like this is all happening as it exactly was intended to. Your spirit guides are like, I told you. I told you this was going to happen, and it's going to make you incredibly happy. Now, bottom deck energy is the Nine of Cups. I mean, can this reading get any better? I'm so curious to see what your oracle cards are. I've just got to quickly wipe my nose because it happens when I channel. I'm never snotty at all until I start channeling, and then all of a sudden it's like a tap. Now, this Nine of Cups, that's a beautiful feeling. That's a very beautiful feeling. It's this feeling of having your wishes come true after being so bored for so long. Like, is it going to happen? What's going to happen? Who's coming into my life? I feel like I've been waiting for ages. What is going to happen? And it feels like you've been overthinking this for quite some time as well. Like, you've just had a lot of time to think about this. Perhaps you've recently, or you've had a lot of time to get over your last experience in terms of love. So this reading seems to be geared towards romance and love, group 3. The other 2 groups weren't as geared towards that. So if you were seeking the messages that weren't about romance, then maybe see if you're feeling called to the other 2 groups or any one of them. But for you, this is a feeling as though your next 3 months is about this almost cat and mouse game between you and this King of Pentacles. They are determined to win you over. And yet there's something incredibly, I wouldn't want to say childish, about the way that the 2 of you go about this. You identify each other as counterparts, and yet the way that you express this is through the Knight's characters. And one of you is incredibly passionate and sexually motivated, while the other person is logically evasive. They're thinking, nah, this might not be everything it is meant to be. And it is. I feel as though it is. Perhaps you just have the tendency to pull your energy away at times in connections. And I feel that this has something to do with our 9 of Wands and King of Cups. I can't discredit the fact that this 9 of Wands is feeling incredibly defensive, as though the emotions are not allowed to come in. The King of Cups, initially I was perceiving it as like 2 people, a King of Pentacles and a King of Cups. However, in this case, it's almost like this King of Cups is stirring the pot. This King of Cups is instigating a lot of emotion. There is emotions flooding in towards you. And this is like Neptune almost pulling the tides of emotions in. And you're here with your 9 wands like, nah, I won't have it. I can't have it. Like, that's too soon. That's too soon. Some of you, if you are in a relationship or you are going to be in a relationship, and in the next 3 months you're going to feel yourself falling for this person almost too quickly, in your opinion, too quickly. Logically, it's like, there's no way that I could be in love with them. I've only known them for 2 months. There's no way. And so you put your defenses up, you put your walls up, and you tell yourself, nah, there's no way that I could feel this much. And the King of Cups, despite having a lot of emotions, they're very much in control of their emotions. They're very much aware of what they show and how they show it, and which is where I kind of feel that you're hesitant to let this overcome you. But you feel it. There's a lot of curiosity there. There's a lot of playfulness there. It's actually quite beautiful, if I'm honest. In the next 3 months, you're going to be very much focusing on how you feel and making sure that you feel happy and making sure that you feel safe. Because there's something about this situation, while it makes you feel very happy, it also gives you this feeling like you just want to run for the hills, because it's like, surely not. You feel like you're falling with this Knight of Swords. You're just falling. And it gives you this giddy feeling, but it also gives you this fear, because you're like, your logical mind is telling you, surely not. But the Sun card is here to clarify that some of these fears aren't real, and what you should be focusing on is your happiness here. Now, I really want to get into your Oracle cards, because I'm curious to see what comes through with this King of Pentacles. It feels like a new energy. I would be very surprised to know if it was someone from your past. With that Ace of Cups, this is the first time that you are having this experience with them. The Ace of Cups talks about a new beginning, in an emotional new beginning. It's an opportunity, and with it being clarified by the 10 of Cups, it's an opportunity that has a lot of potential for emotional fulfillment, for emotional success, for love in general. It's somebody who is going to be in your future, essentially, is what the cards are saying. This is somebody who you're going to have in your future. You could create a family with them. And it's just that you decide you don't want to to let them in that fast. You decide that they make you very happy, and you know what, maybe let's just focus on that for now. Let's not overthink this. Let's not create drama. Let's not create problems. Let's just focus on what it is right now. And right now you make me very happy. So you kind of hold back on your emotions in this connection. You just allow things to kind of just happen. You're not going to be the first person to say the L word. And this King of Pentacles is just, you see them as being fiery and passionate and very sexually passionate. They're very obsessed with you, if I'm honest. You might look very different from one another, but they are incredibly focused on you. It's like they're very curious about you. They're very, I mean, I just keep seeing and hearing obsessed. So even if you were to like run away the next day, it doesn't matter. They're going to expect you to come back, and they're going to enjoy chasing you as well. It's I don't think you need to be afraid, group 3 is what I'm saying, but I can understand why you have these boundaries up, because you feel yourself falling and it seems too soon for you. Now, let's get into your destiny cards. You got 4. So your first card was spontaneity. Absolutely. This person may be on the cusp of a fire sign, like a fire and earth sign, like Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aries, Taurus, or Leo, Virgo. There's a fiery nature. There's something about you that instigates this passion, this spontaneity. There's something unexpected about how this person comes in. And it's that unexpectedness that intrigues you and terrifies you, because on one hand, you were expecting this, group 3. Maybe you've been watching readings for a while that have been telling you that someone is going to come in soon. You were feeling them coming. You were anticipating them coming. And yet there's still something spontaneous about their arrival. You got giving, and I do feel that this is going to be very balanced. The two of you feel like counterparts here. We have the king and the queen. There's something very balanced about this connection. And it is important that when you hit this blockage here, where you're feeling yourself falling, that you don't allow that to create space between the intimacy of this connection, because that seems to be what makes you happy here. That's what makes you feel safe. If you can't say that you love them, then at least show them that you care, because this person will give as much as you give. But earth signs have a tendency to be stubborn, and whether they are an earth sign or not, they aren't going to overextend themselves if they don't feel safe. So it's about giving so that you can receive. Now, the other one you got was strength. Strength is here, and I'm going to put that over there. It feels very applicable with that 9 of Wands. Don't give up. Not only does that card talk about boundaries, it also talks about perseverance. Don't give up. This is meant for you. It was meant to find you, and it has the potential from this ace to grow to a full 10. A lot of emotional fulfillment. It has the potential. We have courage. It's about taking that leap. It's about accepting this as a blessing and really fostering it in the way that you feel called to. Allowing yourself to communicate about your fears when you feel comfortable, and assessing those fears perhaps before you even share them, to realize what is real and what isn't. Now I'm going to pop your crystal over here and we'll get the Moonology card. The Moonology card for you was New Moon in Aries. It's time to take action. This is a new beginning. This is a blank slate. For many of you, this is a new person. This is someone who hasn't extended their Ace of Cups to you before. And the universe is giving you the green light. It is time to take action. You are strong. You are giving. You are courageous. You have spontaneity. You can surprise yourself in this situation, and you will, in all the best ways and as well as in all the worst ways, because I do see a scenario happening where you might spend the night with this person and you end up walking out the next day and they message you and ask you, are you okay? What happened? And you're sitting there in your car driving thinking, why the hell did I do that? I really like that person. Why did I leave? So there's going to be things like that you're going to get through, and this person's not going to give up. Now we have I always forget the name of this deck. It's new. The Universe Has Your Back deck. Oh, you got the card that this whole deck is based off. The universe has my back. That is your first affirmation from this deck. The universe has my back. This is happening for you, not to you. The universe has my back. You also got happiness is my birthright. And with this color, how appropriate that I put it next to the sun. Happiness is my birthright, group 3. That needs to be one of your mantras. You deserve to be happy. You deserve the gifts that you are receiving. Thank you, universe, for helping me see beyond the limits of fear. Thank you for expanding my perception so that I can see what is of the highest good. Absolutely. It is important that you express gratitude along the way so that the universe can keep giving these things to you. Gratitude isn't just about, oh, you should be grateful. It's also about raising your vibrations. Gratitude is a very quick way to raise your vibration so that you are in line with the things you are set to receive. If we allow ourselves to be pessimistic, to be doubtful, to be fearful, our vibration lowers, and those beautiful good things that are of high vibrations can't reach us. And instead we find ourselves attracting other negative things, other fearful people, other doubtful people. So it is important that you express gratitude to raise your vibration so that these things can find you. We also have the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So really just let this process unfold naturally. Allow yourself to live in the present. Don't concern yourself with the future too much. Don't concern yourself with matters of the past. Allow yourself to be very present. Have fun. Embrace this. Happiness is my birthright. The universe has my back. Now, we're going into the light, work your light oracle cards now. Wow, this is beautiful. Your first card is soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. You've been calling this person into your life. You've been calling this situation into your life. This person could be a part of your soul family. Now, this is a general reading, so I don't want to make labels on relationships in this reading. A lot of people may watch this, but I do want you to know that this is happening for you. This is intended to happen. This person is intended to be in your life. I'm just feeling as though this is going to feel like someone who is so familiar to you, who is so meant for you. Now we have work your light. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You are unique. You are going to perhaps be different to the person that you're attracting. Don't dim your light. That is what people admire about you. That is what people love. That's what people find attractive about you. Don't dim your light to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? How could you be more authentic to yourself in order to receive these authentic gifts? Now your last one, see, you've got 3 of these. You've got the most cards out of all the groups. Your last one in this deck is deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Don't rush, okay? Don't feel like you need to rush away or you need to rush in. That is the part that terrifies you, is that you feel yourself falling and you're falling fast. Rest, retreat, be held. I think it was retreat, rest, be held. That's quite a beautiful card. Deep replenishment. Make sure that you continue to give yourself time for you. There's a lot of cacti on this card, which might be relevant to you. There's a lot of purples and pinks and a lot of crown chakras. The universe is really looking out for you. The universe has been giving you synchronicities. They've been giving you signs. This is meant for you. They really want to give this to you. Now you also have a gem card. I'm going to read the message from the book for this card as well. Your card is fossilized wood, number 14, and this is linked to Venus from memory. I believe it's Venus. Anyway, it's also linked to your heart chakra. So this fossilized wood, I'm going to read the message from the book as well. So let me get that up. There's something, I feel like this card is all about grounding yourself. There's something very, what's the way, like, I just look at it and all of a sudden I've forgotten about everything else, you know? It just pulls me in. So let me just get that message for you now. Maybe one day I'll be able to remember all these messages by heart, but I don't know. I don't know. All right, so the element is Earth. The astrology is Taurus, which is why I thought Venus. That is Taurus's symbol. Taurus has been linked to Venus as well. All right, so The message: we live in a time where many events are mixed up. We must follow a myriad of projects in every aspect of life, and at times this creates stress and anxiety. Fossilized wood helps to ground us in daily life and to follow each task with calm and serenity. Every action, even the most banal, I think that's how you say it, banal and routine, has a germ of spirituality within it. Every action, even the most banal and routine, has a germ of spirituality within it. Why did they use germ? That just so distracting, but I do feel that message. So there was something coming through with that King of Pentacles, that you almost feel guilty that this person is in your life, as though this person comes and distracts you from your other responsibilities, which is why I think it is important for you to really have those healthy boundaries with the Nine of Swords, but also just focus on your happiness. You know, you can't go wrong if you're focusing on your happiness. The two of you feel like counterparts in the sense that you may have equally hectic schedules. This person is making room for you to fit into their life, but I feel that they would appreciate and very much be understanding of the fact that you have other commitments, that you have other responsibilities. If you were to explain that to them, they would understand that, because they are someone who is on a similar page. So it is important that this card is talking about follow each task with calm and serenity, because the hecticness of your lifestyle seems to instigate stress and anxiety unless you are perfectly balanced. And there feels like there's this guilt when this person comes in, that they're taking some of that balance. But I feel that you are able to juggle this around. It was meant for you. There is so much happiness here. And I don't think you need to feel guilty, but you should communicate your concerns with your partner, because they would be very understanding, is something that I'm picking up on. And the King of Cups is a compassionate person, so perhaps that's also how this card links in. You want to be happy, but you need to focus on your boundaries, and this person is going to be understanding. So group 3, that is what I'm seeing for you. That is what is going to be happening in the next 3 months. It was less structured compared to the other 2 groups, and very much twisted towards love. So if there is something else that you were wanting to know about your finances or your study, perhaps go back and see if one of the other groups feel familiar to you as well. Other than that, you are the expert in your life, group 3. Always take what resonates and don't let the rest take from you. And I hope to see you in another video. Bye!